In December 1979, a colleague was interested in getting students involved in end-of-year activities at Geelong High School, a neighbouring school to this wonderful place, Eastern Park. And I thought of the idea of having students involved in the Atlas of Australian Birds, which was a project which was going at that stage, 1977 to 81, mapping the distribution of Australian birds against longitude and latitude. There are lots of birds here in Eastern Park, but probably the two most exciting and enjoyable species would be the Australian hobby, Australia's smallest bird of prey, otherwise known as the little falcon, and they breed regularly here. And it wasn't until around about the early 80s that I found them breeding. I remember one year we saw the young ones take their first flight from the nest tree, which was wonderful. And the other species that I've only just recently found in the park is the collared sparrowhawk, and they've been nesting here the last few years, and they're a far more secretive bird. You could say that it's a scientific endeavour, and that's where all the hard facts are, but then there's also the wonderful emotional aspect of it that, for example, be 7 or 8 years ago now, one of the biggest thrills that I've had from bird watching would have been finding the collared sparrowhawks nesting here in Eastern Park, where just in the previous 12 months I'd really only confirmed that collared sparrowhawks occurred here in Eastern Park, and then my second sighting of them was the male coming to the nest area, calling to the female, and she came off the nest and took prey from him and went back to the nest. So that was a pretty special moment. As the time goes on, you realise that you have this wonderful body of knowledge that just continues to build up and aggregate over a period of years, and you can look back and say, well, yes, those bird species have changed, these are the same over a period of time, and yeah, it's now getting on for just on 30 years, which is, if you'd asked me in 1979, will you still be doing this in 2008, I would have looked at you and laughed.